Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. I am Umaru Sanda Amadu. Coming up, embattled Member of Parliament for Pandai, Matthew Nyindam, files notice of appeal and a stay of execution against the ruling of the High Court in Tamale ordering a rerun of the parliamentary election in his constituency.
Clearly, there was no way he could have participated in the collation and to be able to exercise his rights, which included serious irregularities which we brought to the court. So in the fairness of the entire thing, including the ample evidence that there was complete destruction of the biometric verification system and all that.
Staff member of the Electoral Commission petitions President Mahama for the removal of Electoral Commission Chair Jean Mensah and her 2 deputies.
I have petitioned the President formally in accordance with the Article 140 of the 1992 Constitution. The content of it, I can't disclose it, but when the President pushes it to the CJ...
Academic activities in colleges of education across the country grind to a halt as teachers embark on a nationwide strike.
We beg them they should do something about it because it's not going to help with, especially with the level 100s. We are new to the system, so it's going to really impact negatively to our academics.
Ghana seeks ECOWAS and World Food Programme assistance as local grain glut threatens farmers' livelihoods.
During the beginning of the season, we anticipated that there will be glut on the market, but we were unable to anticipate the quantum of glut. And that is why, for the first time in our 2025 budget, we provided for 100 million to enable buffer stock step into the market to buy the asset.
In Channel 1 Business, Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Johnson Isiama, confident of a transition of Ghana's economy from recovery to expansion. And in Channel 1 Sports, Sports Minister Kofi Adams charges Ghanaian football clubs to prioritize fan base in order to generate sustainable revenue. We are grateful that you join us for the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Now, the Member of Parliament for Pandai, Matthew Nyindam, has filed notices of appeal and a stay of execution against the ruling of the High Court in Tamale, ordering a rerun of the parliamentary election in the constituency. The High Court sitting in Tamale ordered a rerun within 30 days following procedural irregularities at the Coalition Centre during the initial election. The decision delivered by His Lordship Emmanuel Brew Plange follows a legal challenge to the results of the 2024 parliamentary election in the constituency. Our Northern Bureau Chief is Shawana Yusuf. She was in court for us.
The former Member of Parliament and National Democratic Congress parliamentary candidate for Pandai, Daniel Nsala Wakpal, filed the suit challenging the election of Matthew Nyindam as MP. Wakpal argued that the December 7 parliamentary election was invalid due to irregularities and inconsistencies detected in Form 8A, Regulations 32.7 and 39.2, Statement of Polls, pink sheets across 41 of the constituency's 152 polling stations. In his judgment, Justice Plange upheld the petition and ordered the Electoral Commission to conduct a new election in all polling stations in the constituency to determine the legitimate winner. Speaking to the media, lawyer for the plaintiff, Ni Pakpo Samoa Ado, highlighted the significance of the ruling and why it is a major victory for electoral justice.
Our point was very simple. The failure to notify the petitioner of the relocation and redesignation of the Coalition Centre meant that clearly there was no way he could have participated in the collation and to be able to exercise his rights, which included serious irregularities which we brought to the court. So in the fairness of the entire thing, including the ample evidence that there was complete destruction of the biometric verification system and all that, the only alternative would be to rerun the election. And so we are very happy that the court has ordered that within 30 days, the election should be rerun.
On his part, the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC, Tanko Rashid Computer, who was present in court, alleged that the results that led to the declaration of the sitting MP Matthew Nyindam were cooked. He further advised the NPP to withdraw from the upcoming contest in order to avoid a humiliating defeat.
We are appealing to our opponents, the NPP. They shouldn't come for the by-election because we will hand them some heavy defeat. If they will still if they still want to have some kind of respect to the good people of Ghana, they should chicken out how they chicken out in Tamale Central.
Meanwhile, the lawyer for the defendant noted that while they respect the ruling, they strongly disagree with it and will file a notice of appeal at the Court of Appeal.
Now, they said that the affected polling station 41, that the total votes is about 500. Now, commonsensically, if you take that 500 votes and add it to the petitioner, he will still not win the elections. So on what basis would a court annul results when elections are held at the polling stations and won at the polling stations? But as I said, we normally say the law is in the bosom of the judge. That doesn't mean the judge is necessarily right. And if you are dissatisfied as a party, that's why there is a hierarchy. You climb the next ladder, which is...
The sitting MP for Pandai, Matthew Nyindam, maintained that he remains the legitimate MP despite the ruling. He added that he is fully prepared for a rerun and insisted that the NDC cannot forcefully take the seat.
Not afraid, let me put on record that for a run, you see, if genuinely we have to run, we won't have a problem. But if you decide to pave your way through, because you think that you are in government and you can use state powers to be able to coerce the people to vote for you, that's where we have a difficulty. In any case, he came to court with 41 polling stations. And these 41 polling stations are areas that I won with huge margins. But they realized that if they get the judgment for even the 41 polling station, they were going to lose it straight away. So for whatever reason, the judge said that we're going to have a rerun.
The Tamale High Court has today called for a rerun of the Pandai elections following a 41 disputed polling stations in the area. Meanwhile, according to the judge who sat on the case, he indicated that all 152 polling stations in the area should be rerun in the next 30 days. The NPP has meanwhile assured that they are taking the issue to the appeals court. For Channel 1 News, I am Shawana Yusuf, reporting from the Tamale High Court here in the Northern Region.
Now, an Electoral Commission staff, Joseph Blangsine Dumaze, has petitioned President John Dramani Mahama to trigger the removal of EC chairperson Jean Mensah and her two deputies, Dr. Bosman Asari and Samuel Tete. Filed under Article 146 of the Constitution, the petition cites 12 counts of alleged misconduct, including cronyism and abuse of office. Mr. Dumaze, who released a statement on November 24, 2025, to that effect, says the claims threaten the EC's credibility and wants the President to refer the matter to the Chief Justice for a prima facie case to be determined.
I have been at the EC since January 2012 up to date. And then what motivated me, the whole thing is that, you know, if we all want an independent and a better Ghana, like a good country. Yes. And so if there are some things not done the right way, we'll just petition for it to be done the right way. I have petitioned the President formally in accordance with the Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution. The content of it, I can't disclose it, but when the President pushes it to the CJ, they will take it from there. You see, as I said in the public announcement, misbehavior, incompetence, the rejection of duty, cronyism, and abuse of office. What I pray at the end of this, they get, removed from position, and then the staff would.
Now, day one of the nationwide strike by the College of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CETAG, is already taking a toll on students across the country, many of whom are appealing for swift government intervention. The industrial action, which commenced today, follows the government's alleged failure to honor key agreements with the association, including the payment of outstanding worker arrears, book and research allowance, and other obligations dating back to 2023. Channel 1 News' Manuel Ayama visited the Accra College of Education to assess the impact and has this report.
Emmanuel Tainate and his colleagues are huddled around a table, engaged in group studies, an activity they had not planned for. The abrupt announcement this morning that their lecturers had laid down their tools forced them to adjust their schedule.
Immediately we woke up from bed, dressed up, coming to class, we got a message that our lecturers are on strike. So definitely it's affecting us negatively.
For Emmanuel and other students at the Accra College of Education, resolving the lecturers' concerns is the only way to end the disruption caused by the strike.
We beg them they should do something about it because it's not going to help with, especially with the level 100s. We are new to the system, so it's going to really impact negatively to our academics. Yeah.
The strike stems from government's failure to implement the National Labour Commission's arbitral award issued on May 2, 2025. Key unresolved issues include the non-payment of compensation for additional duties performed in 2022 across 39 colleges of education, of which only Accra College has received partial payment, as well as outstanding book and research allowance arrears for the 2023-2024 and 2022-2023 academic year.
Some of the allowances that they are supposed to get since 2022, the work that they did, they have now called Lieutenant, and they are taking all that. Some of them were head form mistress, and then there's also councillors, and they are also councillors, they were hall mistress, HODs. All those people, the work that they have done, but they are still taking that money from them as a Lieutenant. So they have made them worse off. And you know the Constitution of Ghana says that in that situation, when somebody is on the government payroll and anything happens, that person shouldn't be worse off. So these are experienced people who have taught for California for more than 20 years, 15 years, have been worse off.
In the Ashanti region, students are grappling with similar challenges. SRC President of St. Louis College of Education, Celestina Arthur, expressed concern, noting that a previous CTAC strike had already disrupted the academic calendar.
First year, second semester, they went on strike, and it really affected us academically because they had to shift our calendar. They had to change our calendar, and we spent only 1 month in school, and within that 1 month, we had to study. Topics that we are supposed to use 3 months or 4 months to cover, we used 1 month to cover, and within that month, we had to write the end of semester exams. So we didn't perform well.
Fourth-year students of the EP College of Education in Bimbila in the Northern Region are equally worried, especially as their supervisors are expected to oversee their teaching practice, a process now threatened by the ongoing strike.
Currently, we are out for our teaching practice, and as we are doing activities like that need supervision, that tells you how you are capable of teaching, maybe as teachers to be. If this strike continues, that means that teachers are likely not to come for the supervision.
It's affecting all levels, and it will take. We just plead with the government to settle them so that they will come back for our aid, because when we go we are into the system and a break, it affects a lot.
From lecture halls deserted of students to many still figuring out what to do, the strike has just begun and the pinch is already being felt. But for students, all they are asking for is for teachers' demands to be met. Reporting for Channel 1 News from the Accra College of Education, I am Manuel Ayama.
Well, so as you do know, this strike is nationwide. Even though Mano reported there from the Accra College of Education, it is happening in several other parts of the country. So let's go and speak to General Secretary of CITAC, that's the association that has the association that involves, or let me say that, the Association of Teachers in Training Colleges or in Colleges of Education, Fidelis Kamayi. I'm told I do not have him on the line. I will be speaking to him in a jiffy when we have him to speak more on why. In fact, I'm told that I do have him. Let me go back and speak to Fidelis, who is joining us via phone, I'm told. Fidelis, you're welcome to Channel One Newsroom. Hello, sir, Fidelis. Mr. Kamayi, can you hear me? Mr. Kamayi, can you hear me? Apologies, we do not have Mr. Kamayi. This is Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television. We'll take a break. We'll return with more. Please stay with us.
You are welcome to two of Ghana's finest addresses, Willow Lane and Alphabet City, located at Sakomon. Alphabet City is a premier gated community with 24/7 security. Willow Lane, where luxury meets comfort, spacious 4-bedroom homes with walk-in closet, elevators, and gourmet kitchens. Two lifestyles, one trusted developer at Waylead. Our buildings are ready for you to move in right now. So visit waylead.org or call 0240 111119 to book a private tour today. Waylead, your trusted home builder.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the grades. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Rooted in heritage. Shaped by ambition. Defined by style. Inspired by soul. This is Afro Quality, the first multi-country concept store for African brands. Now in Nairobi, Kigali, and Accra.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame? As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you're poor, what's that to you? So would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey!
Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polytech is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytech, we get some more Rambo and get some more Super.
Channel One Kasa.
You're watching Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television. Let's go back to the story of the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana. That group began a strike on Monday, and a lot of their classrooms have been deserted. Let's speak to Fidelis Kamaya, his General Secretary of CTAC. He's joined us. Hello, welcome to Channel One Newsroom.
Thank you very much, Omar Sanda.
First of all, how did we get here?
Per the National Labour Commission's arbitral award that was issued on 2nd May 2023, we have been battling with how it will be implemented. So we've attended several meetings, and January 2025, they started with the implementation. So halfway through, they implemented half, and then others are still outstanding. We have been knocking at the doors of our regulators, that is GTEC. We've been to the Ministry of Education. We've been to Ministry of Jobs, Labour and Employment. We've also gone to Ministry of Finance. All these places are still not getting the required results. So we decided to embark on a strike so that the government will see that we are very serious about the full implementation of the outstanding arbitral award.
What did the arbitral award say exactly? That government should do what?
Okay, so there are a number of things government was supposed to do. The first one has to do with the migration, which has taken place. The second one was the all-year-round work compensation. So in the year 2022, teachers in the College of Education taught from January to December without rest. So according to the labor laws, it is unlawful for an employee to work throughout the year without rest. So we demanded for 2 months' salary as compensation, but in the wisdom of the commissioners, they said no, the government will be able to pay 1 month. So the government was directed to pay 1 month salary compensation to all workers in the College of Education. Unfortunately, they paid only 7 colleges, remaining 39 colleges. Since 2002, what do you call it, 2022, my brother, the purchasing power of that money has even eroded. So as we speak, the money that's going to be paid is without interest, without anything, but still outstanding. The second one has to do with the 2022-2023 academic year book and research allowance arrears. That one too hasn't been paid. 2023-2024 book and research allowance arrears is also outstanding, hasn't been paid. And then 2022, there was some payment, and then there was a curriculum of education that was to be paid. They have also not received that amount. The last but not the least, which is also very, very important, is when the migration took place, some of our experienced teachers were downgraded because in the wisdom of GTEC, they are saying that because such staff do not have MPhil, meanwhile, they have masters in science, master in education, and they have taught for about 15, others 20 years, and they have been downgraded, making them worse off. Meanwhile, in the migration process, they were supposed to have been given what you call a transitional period, within which period they are supposed to upgrade and meet the minimum requirement, if you so wish that or think that they don't meet the minimum requirement. But the staff were not given this opportunity, and then they were made worse off. We have been to National Labour Commission for them to settle this, but to no avail.
Okay, I know that government is a continuum, but there's still a new government in place. Would you say you've been fair to this government, considering that you're holding this government to account for the agreements and actions of a previous government?
In fact, that is not what we are doing. If you look at our regulators, the principal officers that are there are the same people who are still in office. If you go to the ministry, apart from the political head, who is the minister, all the other workers, they are still the same people. So they are much aware of our situation and the issues at hand. It's just that they are dragging their feet in implementing it. Sometimes we ask ourselves, is it because we are teachers? That is how come some of these things that are due us are being denied us? Because, my brother, the monies that are involved are not that much. It's not any huge amount of money.
So, is there a possibility that you could still negotiate with the government, or the door for negotiations has since been closed?
the door of negotiation has been closed because what is left is implementation. So let me say 2 months ago, GTEC collated data on those who qualify to take the 2023-2024 book and research allowance. They have submitted all their documents to the Ministry of Finance, and then the money hasn't been paid. When we went to the National Labour Commission, that is the information GTEC gave to the commissioners. So it's not that we are trying to hold this government to ransom. No.
Okay.
It is not any huge money.
While you are on the strike, the students are struggling, obviously. Are there plans to assist them, or that's the least of your worries? It's your back case?
It's not our back case. These students, some of them are our relatives, so it pains us when we see them suffer like that. And we pray that our needs will be attended to within the shortest possible time so that it does not affect the students so much.
You have a calendar you work with, academic calendar you work with. At what point, if this your strike persists, would the calendar be affected or disrupted?
When it travels into 3 weeks and above, the calendar will be distracted. So we hope and pray that it doesn't get to that level.
If the government does not listen to you, what happens? You continue to stay home?
Exactly so, my brother.
And if the NLC comes in and says, go back to work, what happens?
You see, the National Labour Commission also have certain powers. They have the powers of the High Court. So once they have given the arbitral award, it is binding on both parties. Okay. So if one party reneges on its part, then they have the right to send them to court for enforcement.
Very well.
But all these years, National Labour Commission is sitting there aloof, looking at things happening as if they don't care.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you so much, Omaru. And we want to plead that you also talk for us so that the government will see the need to attend to teachers.
If I talk for you, I'll bring you invoice. You like?
Okay. Why not?
I'll bring you invoice. Thank you, and I'll speak for you. That's Fidelis Kumaya. He is the National Secretary of the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CETAG, speaking to us about that strike that they've embarked on. This is Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead, we'll bring you Channel 1 Business with Netili Neti Ajaho.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
We're not sure what caused the panic, but if you're
Masquerades are scary, but bills shouldn't scare you. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes, 1-year insurance cover, and more. Tap into vibes in the EcoBank 5-Star Enjoyment Promo. Up to 15% discount when you use our cards and digital platforms. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card, or bank card information. Pay better attention to details.
Natalie, welcome to Channel 1 Newsroom. Now you take it up with Channel 1 Business.
Thank you very much. Let's get straight to our stories. And the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Esiama, says the Ghanaian economy is now transitioning from a phase of recovery into a period of real expansion. Opening the 127th Monetary Policy Committee meeting in Accra, Dr. Esiama noted that economic activity has strengthened significantly this quarter, with growth becoming broader and more stable across key sectors. Here is more. This comes as the cedi remains resilient, supported by FX reforms, stronger investor confidence and rising trade and reserves. Inflation has returned to the Bank of Ghana's target band faster than anticipated. At the opening of the 127th MPC meeting in Accra on Monday, Governor of the BOG, Dr. Johnson Esiama, said growth is now broad-based and no longer reliant on a few sectors.
First half of the year,
recorded 6.3% GDP growth. This was driven mainly by vibrant expansion in services and agriculture, while non-oil GDP surged to 7.8%. Our high-frequency indicators that we monitor also echo this trend. That is, the composite index of economic activity suggests an increase of about 9%, and business and consumer sentiments also remain firmly positive. Taken together, these gains confirm that the negative output gap is narrowing and the economy is gradually shifting from recovery to expansion.
He cautioned that despite the positive outlook, significant global and domestic risks still demand careful policy attention.
Real rates remain high, creating room for a carefully calibrated easing cycle. And with inflation likely to settle between 4 to 6% by year end, before stabilizing around the target band in 2026, Ghana is entering what could become a multi-year period of price stability. At the same time, the global environment remains fragile, and we must remain alert to the risks. Talking about commodity price savings, commodity price swings, geopolitical tensions, and tighter external financial conditions. On the domestic front, pressures around taxes, utilities, and cost of credit continue to weigh on business activity, even amid improved optimism.
Now, tension mounted at AT's head office on Monday as staff staged a silent protest over merger concerns. Employees reported to wear clad in red and black with red armbands at the entrance, a symbolic gesture of Ghana signaling protest or distress. Though staff declined to speak on record, the displays understood as a protest against a reported attempt to merge AT with Telcel, drawing resistance from investors and stakeholders. Despite the tension, business continued uninterrupted. The protest highlights lingering uncertainty over AT's future ownership months after Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation Samuel Nati George dismissed merger speculations. Meanwhile, attempts by Channel 1 Business News to reach management at the time of filing this report proved futile as officials declined to comment. Channel 1 TV's highly anticipated Agri Fair returns this weekend, promising an even bigger and more exciting showcase of Ghana's agricultural prowess. The three-day fair will offer farm gate prices on all goods. Nashika Caesar has more.
Billed as Ghana's biggest exhibition and sale of fresh farm produce, the Channel 1 TV Agri Fair brings together farmers, agro-processors, agri-tech innovators, agribusinesses, financial institutions, and consumers to drive growth in the agricultural sector. Building on the remarkable success of the maiden edition held in June, the second Agri Fair seeks to empower farmers, promote the purchase and consumption of locally produced food, and help reduce post-harvest losses. The event comes off from November 28 to 30, 2025 at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park in Accra. The head of events and partnerships at Channel 1 TV and City FM, Fema Edunyami, explains why this year's edition is being held in November.
So you realize that a lot of harvest, produce will be ready in November towards Christmas. And that is why we've had to do it in November. But moving on, the Agri Fair is going to be a November event. So it's placed, to help all of us with our Christmas shopping. We are all meeting at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It is the exhibition, the sale of fresh farm produce, so we are bringing everything, the cassava, the plantain, the kontomire, the mushroom, we are bringing the fish, we are bringing the goats, the sheep, the rabbits, the poultry, everything you can think of, when you go to the market.
Fema Edunyami urged the public to participate fully in the fair.
It is happening at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park, Friday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come in, bring your money, come and shop, enough for Christmas and the New Year as well. Don't forget that for those who have to just come in as patrons to just come and enjoy the fair, you don't have to pay anything. It's a free gate. Just get your basket, get your market bags, you know, your tote bags and everything. Let's just come in and do our shopping.
The 2025 Agri Fair is powered by Channel 1 TV and City FM with sponsorship from the Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, Legacy Corp Investment Center, Gersal, Ghana Exim Bank and Agri Impact. The event is also supported by Twelum Industrial Company Limited.
Let's now bring you an update on how the currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's all for business. I am Neteli Neti Ajahu. Back to you, Sanda.
Thank you so much, Neteli Neti. To some other stories now, government is set to engage ECOWAS and the World Food Programme as part of additional measures to reduce the glut of grains and cereals on the market. There are concerns from farmers nationwide over the surplus of maize, rice and eggs, which has caused significant post-harvest losses. Speaking at the government's accountability series, the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Eric Opoku, stated that there will be a meeting with ECOWAS officials on Tuesday to decide on the way forward. Akosia Otri has the details.
The government's move to engage the World Food Programme and ECOWAS forms part of broader efforts to stabilize food prices, protect farmers' livelihoods, and ensure sustainable agricultural production nationwide. The minister stressed the importance of a coordinated approach in resolving the issue of food glut, warning that inaction could discourage farmers from reinvesting in agriculture.
During the beginning of the season, we anticipated that there will be glut on the market, but we were unable to anticipate the quantum of glut. And that is why, for the first time in our 2025 budget, we provided for 100 million to enable buffer stock step into the market to buy the excess. We have also spoken to WFP. They are talking to their counterparts in other areas to see what they can do to mop up the SSS. We have also invited ECOWAS because they also have a responsibility to maintain strategic reserves against emergencies. So ECOWAS will be meeting me tomorrow to see what plans they have to also be part of the process. We are also speaking to our colleague ministers in West Africa and then Africa. Some of them have shortages and they want to see what they can do to buy to support their storage of cereals in those areas.
The minister spoke about the efforts and steps being taken to restrict the export of raw shea nuts.
The PBC Shea Board has been inaugurated, and the PBC Shea Butter Factory, established in 2015 by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and which collapsed in 2019 under the MPP government, has been revamped in the last 10 months. We now have a contract to supply shea butter to Netherlands and other countries. Ghana shea butter is considered premium in the world market, and we must expand our shea processing capacity to take advantage of the growing demand for shea butter. Steps are therefore being taken to restrict the export of raw shea nuts.
He also announced that a Ghana Food Brigade will be launched before the end of December, a key initiative aimed at boosting agricultural productivity and food security across the country.
Food Brigade is very, very important for us because we have already indicated that we do not have enough extension officers on the field to work for us. And so we are recruiting 400 of them as coordinators to form the Food Brigade, the National Food Brigade. They will be deployed to the various districts to work under the district agricultural directors. They will be given motorbikes, they will have tablets, will have direct communication with them wherever they are.
Now, the soldier caught on CCTV physically assaulting a pharmacy attendant and a female customer at a pharmacy near Burma Camp, Williams Mensah, has been granted bail to the tune of 70,000 cedis with 2 sureties. The incident, which sparked widespread public outreach, showed Mr. Mensah engaging in a heated argument with the pharmacist before physically attacking both the pharmacist and a female customer. The case, which was heard in court on Monday, November 24, 2025, has been adjourned pending further investigations into the matter. Now, stakeholders in the Amansie West District of the Ashanti region are stepping up public education on the dangers of cyanide use in mining, warning of its severe risk to human life and the environment. Their call follows growing concerns over the environmental and health implications of cyanide being used in illegal mining operations. The alarm deepened after the recent arrest of some foreign nationals at Esase Bontifufu, where substances later confirmed through laboratory tests to be cyanide were seized. More in this report.
Amansie West District, known for its mining activities, continued to grapple with the menace of illegal mining, particularly the use of cyanide. Recently, efforts by authorities led to the arrest of some foreigners engaged in illegal mining at Esase Bontifufu. Laboratory tests later confirmed that they were using cyanide for their nefarious activities. At a stakeholder engagement in Manson Kwanta, there was a shared concern among assembly members, small-scale miners, and Asanko mining over the use of cyanide by illegal miners in water bodies which have contaminated most of the rivers in the area.
We are grateful to the EPA for this sensitization, and it has helped us to know the effects of the cyanide in our water bodies and even the food we eat. During the presentation, as they gave us the danger coming out of these chemicals, in fact, I panicked as I told them. So I see that we have to do sensitization from the schools, then to the community, even in the churches, because they said that even the smell of this chemical can cause breathing difficulty, and we all know when someone has the breathing difficulties, what it is.
The health sector should be more concerned. The people should be screened. And like what I said to the question I asked, I was after how the people in the various communities can be sensitized. You see, like the old days, there were information centers, there were cinema shows showing the dangers of these things. So the people should be educated.
Meanwhile, the representative of the Mansohene, Oman Chiame of Manson Kwanta, Nana Asare Frimpong, expressed shock about the dangers of cyanide in their water bodies, urging government to intervene.
Say minim se we ne na ye ana wo ye we ade we ne ade ye bete ne de enam san kire so am ye hu se cyanide no enkofo bi a hofo bi ne firi ba bi a o mo de be ye dwumadie wa ha enti eno ama me so mani age ne manya yurikem kase pa se ye koso ne de ya beti ne ye de ye adwuma de koyi nkro so a ebeboa ama ye san atum sa ade manase.
Representing the District Chief Executive for Amansie West, Prince Menu Morrison, the District Coordinating Director for Amansie West, Thomas Okra Kwame, emphasized that the Assembly will continue to educate the community and also urge them to report individuals involved in using the dangerous chemical in mining.
We are going to continue with this stakeholders engagement. After this, we'll be going to Nananum at the various communities. We will be visiting the various communities that identify. And with the help of EPA and Asanko mines, they are providing the technical backup that we can save our land, we can protect our waters, and we can save the life of our people. We are saying that this battle, we all need to fight it. It is not one man's cause. So from today, we want to assure our citizens within the district that they should stay calm. See something, if you see something, say something.
The Environmental Protection Authority has thus cautioned residents to be careful about the use of cyanide, stating that even a small amount of the chemical in water could affect livelihoods. Meanwhile, experts from Asanko Gold Mines have underscored the importance of strict safety protocols in licensed mining operations, highlighting the stark contrast with the reckless handling of mining activities by illegal miners in the Amansi West District.
You're still watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still to come, Sports Minister Kofi Adams charges Ghanaian football clubs to prioritize fan base in order to generate sustainable revenue. More on that when we return. Please stay with us.
Having the right diagnosis can save your life. Welcome to SynLab. Inside the state-of-the-art facility, patients have the benefits of cutting-edge technology, experienced lab technicians, personalized care in our ultra-modern clinic, and most importantly, answers.
I've been doing all my tests at MedLab for over 20 years, till they rebranded to SynLab. You know, he was just a little boy when I started bringing him to MedLab. Oh, sorry, SynLab.
SynLab. SynLab is the new MedLab.
My family trusts SynLab.
At SynLab, our highly trained personnel give our clients personalized attention every step of the way.
SynLab is the preferred option for your annual routine health checks to avoid negative health surprises.
SynLab is the new MedLab.
SynLab, medical excellence for you.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun, until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from 4,050 for individuals, 5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Man's more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the greats. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Kofi be the luckiest. Kofi from Georgia be luckiest. From Natebia cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you Kofi be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
You're welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Sports with Yao Ejeminta. Welcome, Yao. What's happening in sports?
Thank you very much, Sanda. Oh, yes, there's a big game happening tomorrow in the UEFA Champions League.
Okay, please tell us more.
Okay. Now, but before I get to that, Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams has described Ghana Premier League side 11 Wonders' financial struggles as unfortunate. The minister stressed that Ghanaian clubs must begin to prioritize building a strong fan base to generate sustainable revenue. His comments come at a time when players at the club are owed salaries for several months with a bad financial situation, also contributing to the resignation of head coach J.E. Sapon.
Because we don't take our fan bases serious, they don't really see why they should even commit their resources. They don't. Some of them don't even buy the jerseys. But you see the person spending money to buy a Liverpool jersey, to buy the other jerseys that are very far away from them. But their own teams here, they won't even buy them. So, first and foremost, they must take the management of the fan bases a little bit serious. Through that, they will be able to improve their finances and to deal with some of these situations. But it's unfortunate that at the time, an arrangement has been done where clubs started the season with 1 million Ghana cedi, which had never happened before. You will have such a situation. I don't know how much these players are owed. I don't know how much the coach, the technical team is owed, but I want to appeal to the players to continue to play for the jersey and play for the club. I'm sure that they will resolve these issues because some of these actions mars the game.
Now, Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca has played down comparisons between teenage wingers Esteval and Lamine Yamal ahead of their Champions League clash against Barcelona on Tuesday. The Blues host the Catalan Giants at Stamford Bridge with both players in good form, but the Chelsea manager insists there is no need to compare the two.
Esteval is already playing high level. He's already starting 11 with Brazil. For sure, it's very young. For sure, he can do many things better. But we are very happy with him. Now, if again, for me, it's more or less the same thing I said about Pedri. That it's nice for people that they love football to watch players like Esteval, like Lamine Yamal, like Pedri. This is the beauty of the football. So we are happy that Esteval is with us. He's going to be for sure an important player for this club for the future, no doubt. Now, again, for me personally, the most important thing for Esteval is that he has to enjoy football, he has to be happy, and he has not to think about be better than this player or the other player. He has just to be better than himself day by day, try to work hard, improve, and again, for sure that he's going to be top player for this club.
And that's it for sports. I am Yao Ejeminta.
Thank you so much, Yao. And that's how we wrap up the bulletin today on Channel 1 Newsroom. A recap of our headline stories for you. A Mbato Member of Parliament for Kwandai, Matthew Nyindam, files notices of appeal and a stay of execution against the ruling of the High Court in Tamale, ordering a rerun of the parliamentary election in the constituency. Staff member of the Electoral Commission petitions President Mahama for the removal of Electoral Commission Chair Jean Mensah and her 2 deputies. Academic activities in colleges of education across the country grind to a halt as teachers embark on a nationwide strike. Ghana seeks ECOWAS and World Food Programme assistance as local grain glut threatens farmers' livelihoods. If you missed any of our stories, visit our website channel1newsonline.com for information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel 1 TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel 1 TV. Download the Channel 1 TV app on Google Play Store and get more news updates. Thank you so much for watching us. I am Umaru Sandamado.